Rimworld, the only colony simulator where you can cannibalize on humans and get attacked by high-tech robots at the same time. And today I'm using this simulator to answer an ancient question. Can 5 disabled people fight against a gorilla? Wait, no, that's not it. Can 5 disabled people build a society that can survive against Rimworld's condition? So without further ado, let me introduce you to blind Brandy, earless Harry, paraplegic Penny, no hands Nanny, and awkward Andy. You could say Andy is the mentally dysfunctional guy between all of them. Anyways, let's get to it. I'm choosing the Lost Tribe as my scenario because it's the only option with 5 people. And I'm choosing Random Randy as my storyteller because he is the GOAT. And Blood and Dust as my difficulty. So here we are. I spawned myself right next to a road with a bunch of mountains for a lot of resources and many traders. First of all, let's see if I can spot any nice base spots. I think I know where to build. Okay, I planned my base so my colonists can start working. But let me introduce you to my special people a bit further. So you see, every one of them has a major dysfunction, you could say. Like Brandy here, he is completely blind, that means he can't fight, read, often walks into dangers, and he often screws up things like building. But still, his building and mining skills are pretty high. That's also why he is currently building our outer walls of the base. With him also came a tamed owlbear. Harry, however, is deaf, so he can't hear anything. But instead of having his strength and weaknesses, he's just kinda bad at everything, except melee and crafting maybe. Penny is like a hardcore pirate cosplayer, because she has 2 wooden logs as legs, so she walks really slow and can't carry much, so she will be our gardener, which she is already tending to at the moment. No hands Nanny, as the name implies, has no hands. Well, she has wooden hands, but that means she can't really do anything except reading and researching, but at that she's really good. And last but not least, awkward Andy. Andy has no physical dysfunction, but he is not in the right mind, you could say. Because he's a sterilized schizoid maniac with dementia that's just good at killing people. So he will be our mate and clean up the place, and later on he will be our super soldier, but that's still far away. So for now he's mostly banging his head against the nearest wall. And for early game he is also our hunter and gathers our food. The start overall was pretty rough, because I had constant issues with our food supplies and therefore all of my colonists had low moral and they had mental breakdowns all the time. Okay, to be honest, it was mostly Andy being confused because of his dementia, but you get the point. But still, food was our first real issue we had to deal with. That's why we were really excited when a trader came by so we could buy all of his food. But letting a dementic maniac gathering food and trading with strangers can only get you so far. At one point we were so desperate we tried to hunt down a giant desert worm for food, but his armor was too thick, so he didn't even notice us. So because of all that, we soon had to butcher our own owlbear to survive. Rip brother. But this should solve our food problems for the next week or so. By the way, I called the faction Disabled 5 and the settlement No Hospital around. Yeah, terrible names, I know. Base came along nicely after a few days, and everyone started being used to their new home. Except Andy, because his dementia did not like all this building and moving around, and that's why he got hit with the confusion for a short while and he will just walk around aimlessly. We also just completed researching smithing. Means we can make basic weapons and armor. And next up is electricity. On a random side note, I never tried using a wooden cooler for preserving food. Spoiler, it doesn't work. My reading skills are the same as Brandy's. And then we got our first raid. A singular person tries to attack our base. He has a wooden club, but Andy should have an advantage with his bow. Uh-oh, don't let him catch up to you. He has several wounds, he shouldn't make it any longer. Ah, Andy got bonked. No, his brain is already a mess. Ah, okay, he's finally on the ground. Go finish him, Andy. And with that we defeated our first raid, and the next ones will be much more difficult. So we need to prepare and make ourselves much stronger. That's why we need to expand our base, sleeping rooms, factory and an armory. I will also change our current research project to complex furniture, so I can raise everyone's opinion on the settlement. I will also try to capture some animals for a reliable food source. But for now I need to butcher them instantly because we barely have any food left. Speaking of enemies, there is also this giant behemoth wandering into our map, but I don't think we have the resources to take him down yet, so I won't try to fight him. After that, some cargo pods landed in our area. They contained 10 armor penetrating cannon shells? Don't know when we get to use them, but don't mind if I do. There was also a flash storm happening, and normally I just ignore them, but our poor blind Brandy just walks into the area with fire because he don't see them. Poor Brandy. But wait, he knows where the water is? I don't question. Because of that he got hit with an infection, and this will kill him if not treated correctly. That's why I'm quickly trying to build an hospital. Bed is made of wild animal leather, surely that won't affect him in any bad way. Okay, he got treated, but not greatly. We shouldn't forget our nurse has no hands. Nah, he will be fine. He's in the best hands. Well, thumbs. See, his immunity is already at 80%. He will make it through. Still, poor Brandy. He's just trying to recover, but Andy's trying to build a wall next to him in the middle of the night. Back on his feet, and he's already helping Andy ruining all my buildings. After all that, Nanny reached also level 15 in researching. That means she can gain expertise. She can research even faster, so we will zoom through technology, hopefully. But still, Andy can't stop finding new walls to smash his head against. And oh my god, Brandy, I just want to build a dining room. Man, these guys are the worst. Okay, I shouldn't have said that, because after that Lynx is hunting Harry. And the bad thing is that Andy is currently in a confusion and he's our only fighter. Let's try defending him with Penny and some random traps I placed earlier. Okay, here it is. What could go wrong? I gave Penny a javelin, hopefully she hits the Lynx. No! She missed it! Pick it up again! Come on, Harry's being pulled apart here. Okay, nice. Here we go. Harry has some injuries, but nothing too serious. But still, he's now in a daze because of his pain and our lack of food. By the way, if you made it this far into the video, please consider liking and subscribing. I would appreciate it a ton. Anyways, we finally researched electricity. That's an important step for us. Because we can now research stuff like air conditioning and machining. But first, a woman fell from the sky, nearby our base. Normally I would try to rescue her so she can join our community, but here I'm not allowed to recruit more settlers, so take your clothes. Let's try using that new electricity of ours by building some wind turbines. But before they can finish that, most of them got hit by food poisoning. Incompetent cook, huh? I wonder whose fault this could be. Another raid? Where everyone's sick? Oh no, this could be trouble. There are only 2 people without real weapons. Let's see how it goes. Okay, there we go. Oh nice, first shot from Andy here. Damn. The other one needs a little bit more. Nice, the trap got him. This couldn't have gone any better. Sometime later, Nanny experienced some insane ramblings, and the cause was jealous of Brandy's bedroom? Sister, you two have the exact same room. We also finished some smaller researches like batteries, so we can now store our power. Next up is lathe, and it's from a mod I installed and I needed in order to research machining. But this and machining got researched pretty quickly because of Nanny's high skills. After that I will try prosthetics so we can start replacing some of our missing body parts. Sometime later another raid happened. And a scary one at that. Because some of them had light armor and even guns. My hope is that Andy snipes the melee guys so the scary ranged guys run away. Okay, first one down. The others started chasing Andy to our base, the others will try helping him. As I said, with the melees down, the scary gun guys run away. But there's no time to relax because a plague hit Brandy and Harry right after. The hospital got finished recently, so they have a clean area to rest. I don't know why, but Harry has no problem developing an immunity, but Brandy has a huge one. Andy also got hit with another confusion, but as you can see, Harry is fine with his plague, but Brandy, it could be close. Brandy, you really like drama, don't you? This was so hella close. I really thought there for a second we will be the disabled 4. And he got hit with another confusion. The last raids were a bit too close for my taste, so I will start investing in defenses, walls and gunsmithing. I try not to build that much of a kill box, I just want some traps and a wall. The wall will have some holes to shoot through, some doors, and later on I want to build turrets, but that's a long way. We also have a huge steel problem. It will only get worse from here. So we'll start bigger mining operations. I also gave all of them decent clothes and some light armor. Sometime later we also researched most of the gun researches, and now it's time for turrets. We really have a chill time right now. Everything's slowly getting better, nothing bad is happening, and they even start a binge party. This will get everyone's mood up. Andy got hit with another confusion. Sometime later, winter started and we even received some strange signals. That means mechanoids can now start attacking us, and they will be brutal. We still have a steel problem, so we can't build heaters, that's why everyone's cold. That's why we have to get creative for the cold season. We could also now build gun turrets, which is big, but we can't construct them because we don't have any steel left. So because of that I will replace all of our steel walls and furniture with some stone ones so we can reuse the steel. A protection fee? More like a threat. These guys will attack us if we don't pay them. Normally I would fight them, but with our current situation I will just pay them. I just wanted to say, I slowly get used to Andy who does never the thing he's supposed to. Overall, I really start to like these guys, even with all of their issues. What? Wait, what? How? I didn't even notice that Penny was being torn apart by rats. Go rescue her before she dies. She made it through without any major issues, but look, I made a new gun for Andy, if that isn't lovely. Okay, but still Penny is hurting pretty badly, so she's on an insulting spree for now. The now gun-wielding Andy got hit with a confusion. Huh? What is happening here? Why is the moth making such noises? Ah, it's the toxic from this plan. Finally, time another colonist can gain expertise, and it's Brandy. I think building suits him best, even with his destroying problem. Some traders came across, and I hope that I can buy steel from them. Yes, just selling some trash, buying components, steel. We also finished one of our most important researches, geothermal power, because we have a geyser right next to our base. We can use that for basically unlimited power. I really want to start building these turrets, but I'm still missing both components. A man trap also started hunting Andy so we can test this new rifle of his. Its range is insane, but he needs to be very accurate to hit in this distance. I mean, it's shooting pretty slow, but still, it did a pretty good job. Sometime later, winter ended and they did another binge party. But that reminded me, I never built a recreation room for them, so that's what we are building next. Well, besides the generator that was finished by now, I've also researched decent armor, so I will be trying to build some for them. But I don't have a plan for researches for now, so just more gun stuff. But while we were building the new room, a manhunter pack. It's a bunch of black bird thingies, and they will attack immediately. But it's a good time to test our new wall and turrets. And here they come, and the turrets start shooting. It seems to work pretty decently. Only one made it through, but it shouldn't be much of a problem. Well, never mind, Andy just lost one of his eyes. Well, what's one more issue? To prevent something like this happening again, I'm building everyone a flak jacket. And maybe some pants. Harry instantly starts building these because he has the highest crafting skills. By the way, look at Harry, he looks so happy playing chess with himself. And Andy is confused again. And also, another raid from the Li Pu settlement, what a name. where there are 5 well-armed pig people, but they walk into a mountain, so I have plenty time to prepare. So I'm ready. Let them come. No, not in that way. Oh, first volley from the turret hit them good. Oh, second, not so good. With the help of these shooting holes in the walls, our new armor, they barely do any damage to us. They already flee, that was pretty easy. Our defenses seem to work pretty well. Thanks for the chain shotgun busters. Okay, sometime later after the raid, we also finished all of the flak jackets. So now all of us are pretty dripped out. All of them got pretty happy, and Brandy boy even got an inspiration. Also, by the way, Andy randomly stripped and now forget that he got no pants. So please Andy, put on some pants. We don't want to see it. I'm also currently expanding the storage room right now. And the recreation room is making good progress, and it should be finished soon enough. Only some minor furniture, a couch made from guinea pigs, and we should be done. Andy got hit with another confusion as I tried to replace all our torches with electrical light. Ooh, a party. Nice, that will make everyone happier. Please don't break anything. Also some cargo pods from the sky. Ooh, weapons. And a good one at that. Harry, go get it. Another pod crash? What the hell is that thing? Well, I don't want to touch it. Just go away. I also want to try an expedition for more resources, but I don't know where to go yet. Maybe just some random quest location. What could go wrong? Nanny and Brandy can stay home. Some minutes later they got there. Oh freak. Wrong location. I wanted to go to the quest one with the recon helmet. Ah, damn it. Let's clear this one instead. This is a highly dangerous, leisure area. I don't want to start any difficult fights, so let's quickly loot and go away. Speaking of which, some of the old inhabitants had some nice loot. Hope they don't mind stealing from the corpses. But nothing special happened during the trip, so I will send them back with some stuff. But they got ambushed on their way back. Let's see what we have to deal with. Really? Some small bugs? Not even many, it's like 4 of them. Well then, go wipe them out, boys. Yeah, that was pretty easy. And now we travel back. Oh, while this was happening, a huge fire started raging back at our base because of a storm. Let's try not to burn to death. Okay, if it wouldn't also rain right now, we would be absolutely cooked. Yeah, literally cooked. The fire seemed to go unnoticed by a bulk trader, from which we sold much garbage and bought a lot of supplies like steel and components. Brandy almost finished building the recreation room. Looks good. Also the storage expansion finished, so let's build some shelves. I've also finished researching ENIAC, it's like earlier unnecessary research from a mod. Carpets next. Andy got hit with another confusion, and I myself tried to plant some carpets. Just for better looks, I guess. Andy got hit with another confusion. Also my cotton was infected with a blight, so no more carpets for me. Well, it's finally time for researching microelectronics. And besides that, I think I will try to loot this ancient facility south of our base. What the? Didn't expect a ton of flesh beasts. Well, good, I came prepared. They really had something against Penny. Maybe the sense she can't run away. She will make it through. More importantly, let's see what's in there. Glitter world medicine, a marine helmet and a bunch of advanced components. Nice! Andy, go grab your new head protector. And as I said, Penny has no permanent injuries. Well, at least not more of them. But we can fix that. Let me try to get her some real prosthetic legs. So let Nanny do the work. And she succeed. Nice, but now for her second leg. Poor Penny. But after that we now have Penny healed. Well, at least she is better. I also forgot to mention that Brandy and Nanny started a relationship. So I have to make them a bigger room with a double bed. Of course, after all that good stuff that happened, another raid. And a big one at that. A bunch of dudes with weapons and armor and a mega sloth. Well, therefore we built our defenses. Also Andy's shooting skills at this point is nuts. He even gained expertise in shooting right now. Now he can shoot almost across the entire map. This is crazy. One small issue though, they split their attack, some go for the right and the others left. I think Andy solos the rest of them on the right side, so I will send the others left. Yes, Andy indeed soloed the right side, but they threw a Molotov on our left side. This will disable most of our traps, but if we are quick, we can take down their arsonists before the rest arrives. Go get him, Harry. You're the only one can tank some bullets. Well, this guy has good armor. Back off, Harry. Back off. Harry still got some good hits and maybe this guy will bleed out. Oh, Penny just shot him with a 12 gauge through the hole in our wall. Good one, Penny. The others started fleeing after seeing their friend being obliterated. Sometime later I want to try opening these sleeping caskets in the ancient facility. Surely nothing abhorrent will jump out of them, but still Harry, you go first. Okay, there are actually just people in them, and some are trying to attack us. But if I'm honest, I was going to kill all of them even if they were friendly, because they have so good loot. Some of them are trying to run away. No. I want your ancient equipment. Like this exosuit. I mean, look at their stuff. They have 2 miniguns, insanely good armor. Really, it's not our fault if they cryo-sleep with this kind of loot. Everyone would try to get this. Some stuff is still laying there, but look how dripped out my guys are. Especially Andy, I equipped him the exosuit and a minigun. He's dripped out like a space marine. And the right time, a test subject for his new gear, a caravan rhino. Let's see what this minigun can do. I probably should feel bad about this, but this rhino had enough warheads to bomb an entire country. Cannon shells, mortars, incendiary bombs. Holy moly, who is the owner of this? Well, it doesn't matter, now it's mine. And because of my kind animal caring, some owlbears joined the settlement. Wait, what? Nanny got pregnant? Well, time to prepare for another settler. But my guts tell me we will not see the child because it takes a long time. Also, I'm going to build this antenna because with it we can contact other settlements. Andy got hit with another confusion, but to enhance our technology even more, why not get some robots? I mean, it makes sense. If you're missing an arm or a leg, get a robot with one. Oh, watch out, Harry. It doesn't mean you can lose one. To get robots, we need a mechanitor, and a settler can become a mechanitor if they decipher this chip. And then a ship comes crashing down with some hostile robots, and if you manage to kill said robots, you can loot a brain chip that makes one a mechanitor. And there's the ship I talked about. Fighting mechanoids is a pain, because they have such good armor, and without AP ammo. But that's exactly why I have a maniac with an armor penetrating minigun. With most taken care of, it's only these little thingies left until we can extract the chip from this guy. Huh? Wait a second, why are these militars destroying their own ship? Well, they're being gunned down anyways. And go Brandy, get the ship. Whoops. Well, he would have gotten it anyways. But holy moly, these were a lot of messages in a short amount of time. But basically we even got our own little robot as a gift. A constructoid. And now we even got microelectronics, so we are really advanced right now. But also I don't know what to research anymore, just do anything. Well, nope, I forgot you have to research robots. Go do that, that's important. Also I replaced these wooden walls with stone ones, just because I don't want another wall fire. And look, our little buddy is already at it. Okay, now we can research whatever we want. But I also need all the machinery for building them, and also the resources. And there's the resources we need. I'm going to buy all the components and steel, but for that I'm going to sell these owlbears. I really like the settlement, besides the dirt. And yeah, people that want to destroy it. Great. Oh, there are only tribals. This is gonna be fun. Well, coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb. Oh, that's exactly why I replaced these walls. And they are already fleeing. Well, I didn't even have to do anything. But I guess this is where I end this journey. We created a thriving society with only 5 disabled people. Well, 6 now I guess. We even have the technology to create robots that do our hard work. And we created a schizophrenic, dementic super soldier with a minigun. At this point it's just a normal Rimworld colony. So I guess that's it. If you made it this far, thank you all so much for watching and have a good rest of the day. Bye!